Well, let's keep going then. Why not?
What did they say?
Let's keep
You
going.
cut it? Hi guys, I'm Rebekah Erb.
Hey. I'm Tony Walters.
Oh man! All right, I can cut it through the YouTube app.
Yeah, just
I can edit it. It just takes forever, but I can do it.
It'll be fine. Except you won't have an intro.
I can intro it right now. Do you want to intro it?
Let's do it.
Let's re-intro it. Boom. Oh man! Hey, Rad World! Welcome back to the Spoiling Dead show. The show where we talk about last night's episode of The Walking Dead.
And we really did spoil it.
This is
today.
take two.
Take two.
30 minutes in.
Oh boy.
This show is brought to you by Midwest Horror Fest, Garage House Studios, Rad Entertainment, HM&M Films, and Midwest Action Fest coming this spring.
420.
I'm your host, Tony Walters, joined today with Rebekah Erb, which is right over here.
Hey,
there you go.
hey, Rebekah.
And Daniel Murphy.
Hey.
Hello.
All right.
Can you hear me now?
All right, so last night's episode was called Mercy. It's the first episode in season 8. It's the premiere, directed by Greg Nicotero, and it's the 100th episode of the show. And we already talked about all this.
We did.
Once before.
We did.
Yeah, we can do it again.
But we can start from the top. I felt like the theme of the show was very much hope, and whether or not characters are trying to find hope, have hope, or just a lack of hope all in all. But the episode opens up with Old Man Rick and this vision that we've been discussing for half an hour. But yeah, it opens up with the Old Man Rick, and I guess the question really is, what does it mean? Is he dying? Is this similar to the Glenn and Abraham sitting at the table? That vision that we got.
That look
it has the same
it,
lighting
yes.
to it for sure.
Yeah.
Could this be Michonne dying, or Carl dying, or Judith, or Negan, or maybe it's the end of the war? What is happening to Rick when he's sitting there all sweaty, cried-eyed, and is he sick and dying, or has he just lost a loved one? Who knows?
Maybe he's just relieved.
Yes, only time will tell. I have this feeling that maybe it's the end of the war. I'm just reading my notes now.
I feel like it's definitely something
that
happens at the end.
No, it's definitely at the end of the
Yeah.
war, but is it? But I think that maybe it might actually be like Negan's death, and that they're foreshadowing it to make you think that Rick is going to die, but Negan will be the one that actually dies.
I do.
Just my personal thought.
I
on
do
that.
really believe they're going to kill him in the show, and obviously not right away, but I do believe they're going to kill him in the show. I really think they will.
I just lost my visual.
How much
We're back.
do we really want to talk about the comic book? Do we want to compare the
I
two?
don't want to.
Not at all.
Because a lot of Walking Dead fans don't read the comic. I mean it's 50-50, I guess maybe, but I'd rather leave comic book spoilers out of it.
Yeah. If only there was a place in Winamac to buy comics.
Oh, hey, maybe Garage House Studios. Yeah. Little shameless plug.
Very shameless. So is Judas a teenager? We talked about that.
Yes. Any more thoughts on the vision stuff? I know we talked about it for a little while, but anything you guys want to throw out? I kind of gave my 2 cents on it.
Yeah, I mean, it's normally with The Walking Dead, when they're playing it out to be such a way, it never is.
Right.
It would be cool if it was this time.
That is something I
know?
don't think they're going to kill him off, only because I don't think The Walking Dead would do that. And if they actually did it, it would surprise me, even though if they heavily foreshadow, like, hey, he's going to die, and then he does die, it would still surprise me.
It would, because you're not expecting it anyway.
Yeah. And I said this last time, but I just don't think the show themselves would do that, because as much as they want to make money, I feel like that they really do listen to the fans and do what they think the fans want, and I don't think the fans want that.
You don't think the fans want Rick dead?
No.
Man,
I think the fans
people
want Rick dead.
people dead in this show, and Rick obviously being the main one. Again, he's trying to pass some of his responsibilities over to other people, and so is Michonne. Which kind of makes you think like Rick and Michonne have had a conversation possibly about the future. I'm sure they have many times.
Right.
And maybe what we're seeing is, what they wished it would be like. Again, it doesn't explain why he's old and sick looking, but
with his sweet cane.
just want to know. He does have a sweet cane.
Michonne
It doesn't
is
feel like
aging
it
very
doesn't,
well.
but he doesn't feel
Yeah.
like Rick. It doesn't feel like it's Rick to me. Obviously, it's Rick, but it doesn't fit. There's nothing about the personality of that old man Rick character that makes me feel like it's Rick.
This
You
is
know?
Rick when he has nothing to worry about.
It is.
Yeah,
but,
like
but
they're
it
having
is.
a big festival. Like things are obviously good.
But it's
they
obviously
found
not
a
real.
routine
Yeah.
and
It's obviously
less
not real because everyone
danger.
else is the same age,
Right.
which we talked about 20 minutes ago. But
Yes. Something else we talked about 20 minutes ago, like now, I know, 20 minutes ago, is that Carl stopped for gas.
did.
And during this scene, it was a shot-for-shot remake there, kind of the first episode when Rick stops for gas and stumbles across the zombie child in bunny slippers who was, what's her name?
Eddie Miller, same
And,
actress. Yep,
yeah.
that was the girl. in the
You get a
beginning.
nice little glimpse of her in this scene at the
Very
end of the
cool.
scene, too.
That was nice.
I really liked that.
Yes.
Yeah, but Carl's approached by a guy who is just wants help, and he's starving and wants food. And Rick comes in and shoots a bunch of shots above his head to scare him away. And Carl's upset by it. He seems extremely sympathetic towards others. He's ready to help, willing to forgive.
Right.
And it's not who Rick is anymore. And he says, "There's not going to be enough, Dad." And he says, "Enough what?" He says, "Hope."
Hope.
Playing the pronoun game there. Not going to be enough what? Why didn't you just say it the first time, Carl? Like he knew what you were talking about. He's not a mind reader.
So what do you think he meant by that? What else does Rick need to do?
Huh?
Because to me, those visions seem like hope.
I think the visions that Rick's having are hope, but they're visions that take place after the war and after he's dying and he's or whatever and he's seeing hope. Like he has hope, just not current timeline. The episode had so many timelines that
Yeah, there's a big event.
the vision
that
you're
is-
getting makes you think, oh, Rick does have hope, but
Right.
current Rick in the show doesn't.
I
Well,
mean-
he even tells Maggie though that he is thinking about tomorrow. So
right.
Right, because he
You
wants
know.
to follow her,
He has some hope, but apparently not enough for Carl.
which is sad. But yeah, I don't know. I think like Michonne said with Carl, he's gonna lead some people too one day, and maybe he's a better person to do it because he's seen Rick do it. He's seen Rick's mistakes. He's learned
Right.
from them, and he's a better person because I don't know. He just seems to be a little more in touch.
Yeah, I actually so far this season. I mean, I know it's one episode, but he and Carl had probably 3 lines in the whole episode. But all 3 lines, I was like, "Hey, look, the kid can finally act." I was actually like, I was not annoyed with this character for the first time ever. Aside from the thing I just made fun of, but that's not his fault. That's just bad writing. And it's not bad. It's not bad writing. It's just annoying writing.
We love you, Chandler.
But
It's just Tony, all right? He's got a
Yeah.
bad attitude today.
I think I'm pretty positive. I actually enjoyed this episode, as negative as I'm being.
It was a good one.
It was a good episode.
For one coming back to bring us back to the show, I really liked it a lot.
Yeah.
I did a lot of yelling at the TV. I did a lot of, all that.
You
I
did do a
certainly
lot
did.
of yelling at the TV.
I did. This is one of the few shows that gets me fired up. And that Negan son of a bitch, he needs to die. I can't wait to see that. Like, please let me see that. They better kill him. It better be messy.
I don't think they're gonna kill him.
I think that they might kill him.
Dragging that out a little bit.
They got to.
I think that they might kill him only because the literally fans hate his character.
Yeah,
I absolutely love him.
See,
I don't wanna see him go at
The
all.
only reason
Everybody-
I want to see him die is because I want to see Rick kill him. But now, after watching this episode and us talking about these premonitions, I don't think he's going to kill him.
Yeah.
Even though he said, "What's the one thing I said? Like, I'm going to kill you."
Right.
I don't think he's gonna.
No, I don't.
I do think Negan's going to die.
I think
But
that
I don't
it wouldn't
think
surprise me
Rick's
either
gonna
way. I
kill him.
guess it wouldn't surprise me either way.
Hmm.
I don't know. It's like I could see them killing him off the show because I don't know.
Maybe it's the other way around. Like, maybe how Rick kind of shot above the head and, Carl got mad about it. Maybe Carl kills Negan. Maybe it's just like a bit of a mirror of, excuse me, what you saw yesterday. I don't know. It's exciting. But now we just got to wait, like, how many weeks? Maybe they won't even tell us then. Gosh. I'll drag it out.
Well, they did say Gimple said that the first 4 episodes are going to be continuous war and action. So
That's nice.
I'm okay with that.
Speaking of war, the group prepares for it. Nice segue.
Well done.
They prepare for war by taking out all the lookouts in the area one by one. Morgan takes out a dude with a staff through his chest, which was pretty awesome, and obviously shows where Morgan's stance is on killing now.
I don't. Yeah. I mean, it depends who you are.
I mean, he's okay with it now. I'm just saying. Before, he wouldn't kill anybody. Like, not even like
you
no
say,
one.
they're meeting in the middle and
Yes,
maybe
I
rubbing,
think
just rubbing off on each other a
Yeah.
little bit.
They're better for each other. Like coming,
Yeah, they always have been though.
But even since the beginning. Father Gabriel reminds Rick that the fight's not about him. And Daryl, Carol, Tara, and Morgan herd a bunch of walkers down the highway with the use of explosions. Rick leaves Carl in charge. This is the end of it, he tells him. And Rosita's left behind, maybe because she's too emotional or because she's recovering from a wound. Or she had a baby. We talked about that earlier, too.
I pick C.
Out of those little things there, any of that stuff, you get any points there you want to talk about? Anything?
No, that's pretty
cool
self-explanatory.
it was pretty awesome.
It was cool.
We talked a lot about it earlier.
Yeah, when the audio wasn't working.
But
we're back.
And I just thought it was just awesome. Like you said earlier, Daryl taking out the dude.
I know, coming back with the cigarette.
Yeah, just like
So
right out of
Daryl.
shot. Like that was really
So
awesome.
Daryl.
Yeah.
Another shot that I really, really liked, the last 2 explosions that Daryl sets off, as the smoke is kind of fading away, you can see the compound in the background, and then the walkers like going straight towards. Like I thought that was just like a nice, pretty shot.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
Now, yeah, what are we up to?
The gang meets up with the Hilltop and the Kingdom.
Yeah.
And they all stand on a truck and
Hear
give a big
ye,
speech.
hear ye.
And it's pretty awesome. King Ezekiel's speech, definitely powerful.
great.
It's all in the
You
wording.
got the sweet
It's-
tiger laying in the back of the truck.
Yeah,
Great.
I don't think King Ezekiel would work without that kind of dialogue, and that character definitely wouldn't be able to talk. If he just started talking normally, you'd be like, nah, don't like him anymore. So, but the way he presented that speech,
I thought
It
halfway
just-
through that speech he was just gonna go just kind of shrug it off and then start talking normally.
yeah, I mean,
I really did.
do you
for
think
some
like
reason, I don't
even
know.
when the guy's on his deathbed, do you think he'll just start talking normally? Do you think it's just ingrained in him? I have a
I
funny
think it's
story.
ingrained in him.
I once
Yeah, he's been living like that for a while now.
yeah, I
and
once
he only let it slip once with Carol when he told Carol,
Yeah.
the
The truth.
truth. Yeah.
oh he did, didn't he?
Yeah.
So he can turn it on and off. It's not like
But it's just for Carol because he has a thing for
Well,
her.
I think.
I can't
I think
do
that he just
with
has
my
to.
goofy accent.
I think he had to do that with Carol because it was the only way that she was gonna
Yeah.
Listen
listen to him at all. So he had to just break down and be like, "Hey, look,
Hey,
I know I'm full
I
of
do,
shit.
I
It's
do
fine."
it for the people, all right, Carol? Come on now.
Yeah.
You and your cookies, you ain't kidding anyone. Same thing. We all wear masks.
Yeah. All right. From there, my favorite part, I guess, of that is what is it? Yeah, Rick telling Maggie that when the war is waged, he'll follow her.
That's right.
And I just thought I think it's great. They're setting up Maggie to be this leader, setting up Carl to be a leader.
Okay, so back to the flash forwardy imaginary things. Maybe that's Rick just in his own mind.
And
I
the
do this,
festival is them celebrating the anniversary of their victory.
or, well, that the festival
go.
thing might be, but with him looking the way he is and him telling everybody, "I'm gonna follow you," and the passing of the torch and all that. Maybe that's just because in his body and his mind, and I can relate, he just feels old and he's had enough and he can't do it anymore. And that's why he's got a cane, and that's why he's
'Cause he's
old.
been through
It's a
so
metaphor. It's just a
much,
big
yeah.
metaphor with how beat down he feels emotionally and mentally, and it's maybe that's
Physically.
how he sees himself, and he's finally realized, I just can't keep doing this. And it has
I like
to be
that.
shared out between the group.
Yeah.
It's not about him, Tony. It's not all about
Oh, I
him.
know. They said that a few times.
So there. I'm happy with that. I think I like that. I like
I
this.
like
talk
that a
yourself into
lot.
it.
Yeah, I think I did. It's just him, just kind of, how he feels on the inside.
Yeah.
Old and feeble, and he's just had enough.
Well, after their big speech, they hop into their sweet armored cars and just roll right into Sanctuary, which when that happened, I was just like, oh, this is happening right now.
Right
cool,
there.
we're just going to go right into this.
Enter the Thunderdome.
Yeah, Negan and his lieutenants come out, and Rick offers them mercy. Not Negan, but the lieutenants offering them mercy, allowing them to back down, switch sides, and yeah.
And that's when he reveals that he has Gregory.
They should have killed his ass right there.
Gregory?
Ugh. What a piece of crap he is.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
little exchange that Maggie and Jesus
He's
has.
just a puppet.
Well, at least we knew where he was.
We
like,
yeah,
we
nobody there
figured.
gives a crap about him
That
anymore.
was
Oh, and then that one part when
We stand
when
for
he
Maggie.
was yes, Hilltop stands for Maggie. Oh,
Yeah.
that was so
yeah.
good. That
So I
was
was
so
just
good.
gonna say.
I think that's when I texted you, stop crying, Rebecca. No,
Yeah,
that wasn't.
that was probably my favorite moment of the whole episode. Actually, is when Jesus says, "The hilltop stands with Maggie."
Yeah.
I loved it. During that, there's an explosion, which is Team Daryl's trap going off, and that's kind of basically Negan. I think at that moment realizing that his backup's not coming.
Yeah, oh crap.
Yeah, because he had a bunch of people out on the road at the time.
Yeah, that did.
And that's when he's gonna realize, like, there's no way they could have passed those guys without
Well, he
me
should-
getting a little
yeah.
inkling of information.
He should
so
have-
he knows that
He
there's
should
inside
know.
job.
See, he came out just all puffed up because he had to. Like, he knew if they made their way right to his front door, like, they had to have taken everyone out that obviously
Right.
they took out. So
But
Negan
she's saying that Negan has to know there's an inside man.
I don't think I don't know.
He's
He'll eventually
smart
figure it out.
enough to
Yeah.
know that, like, there's no way that they could have taken out
But out
everybody
of-
that smoothly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true, but
Like-
that is true. It's absolutely true, but I don't
And
think
who
he
is he gonna?
realizes that yet.
Who is he gonna go towards? Is he gonna automatically go think that it's Eugene, or is he gonna think
Ooh,
that
that'd be cool.
it's? You know what I mean?
That would
It'd be
be
cool
a
if he thought it was
good-
Eugene.
and then he kills
Because
him.
that would make the most sense. But
Oh, I like that, Rebecca.
because I think Dwight has proven
Dwight's
to
proven himself.
Negan,
Yeah, and that's
that,
what's so good about Dwight, and that's kind of part they're using that obviously now to their advantage, and I think that's totally right. I think Dwight is going to be in the clear. I think if he's going to pick someone, I think it might be Eugene. I don't think it would be Gregory, just because.
he's
Look at him.
obviously a snitch because
Nobody
he
likes him.
came to
But that would be a
tattletale
good
to him
cover
anyway.
if that was really what was going on, but it's not. They really hate him, so yeah, definitely not him. More than likely Eugene.
Yeah, I like that idea a lot. I think Eugene would probably be his first.
And I don't think they should take it back to him. I think that Negan should come at him with a pair of clippers and just buzz half his head off and be like, "Now,
That'd be
you listen to
hilarious.
me, or I'll do the other half."
That'd be really great.
Would be
I
funny.
could go for that.
Yeah,
That sounds like something Negan would do.
it sounds like a Negan thing.
Yeah. Yeah, so right then, Rick starts his countdown and, starts firing, and we cut to commercial.
Do you? Yeah. What is it he says? You really
You-
want me to count?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
Negan said to him when he was
Yeah.
gonna chop off Carl's arm.
He gets down to about 6 before he starts firing.
I love. As soon as he pulled the trigger, man, I just jumped up and just got crazy. That
yeah,
was so good.
and then it cut to commercial.
Yeah. And then I said, "F you, Walking Dead."
And then it cuts back, and they're just shooting out all the windows in the sanctuary, which I still...
Hey, I like that technique. They did it in Die Hard, and it worked.
Yeah,
Right? John McClane's
What?
feet got all
That's-
bloody up.
because he didn't have any shoes on.
I know, but it's still scary.
I'm
If
saying,
you
there
were
was a
in that-
reason for it in Die Hard. I don't
but
know the reason
it's
for it.
a scare
was here.
tactic. Like Negan's a mouthy piece of crap, and Rick's just For the people inside getting glass rained down on them, that
Right.
just puts
I
that
think
slows
that-
them down, if anything.
Well, I think that for the people inside, it just shows the people inside
Yeah.
that they're not as safe as...
Mercy.
Negan makes them think that they are.
Exactly.
Or not just that, but they feel like the only way that they could survive is with Negan, that there's no other way, that they have to deal with that. And I think that's also showing them that they don't have to deal with this crap. These people that are fighting them, I think they know that they're fighting the bad guys. Like, they know that they're not in the right place and that all these saviors are not very good people. But
Well, they know,
don't feel like they
but
have
they don't
anywhere
have a
else to
choice.
go. But
Yeah.
now they're like, oh, there's this other group that they probably had no idea about.
Right. Oh yeah, of course not. Because Negan's not going to tell all of them.
Yeah.
Only his like generals. And, those people know.
Yeah, it's always
about
gonna be that way.
all the other groups. Negan, the less they know, the better. That's how you control people. He's making it sound like everything's hunky-dory, like he did with Eugene. Kind of, giving him things
Beat
and
'em.
letting him play video games or
Will.
whatever the heck's going on. But anyway, they don't. They do now.
Be careful.
But instead of them going in and just slaughtering everyone, you're right.
Yeah.
They're the better group, obviously.
Yeah, but at the same time, you also have to question why not just open fire on Negan and his lieutenants that are just standing right in front of you.
Because that would be a bad example. Like it would.
Would it be a bad example? Would it
And
really
maybe
to just
he
take
is
out all
keeping-
the key players right in one fell swoop?
Well, maybe he
Yeah,
is thinking
but-
Eugene too. Like maybe he's thinking that he is gonna maybe try and give Eugene a second chance.
don't
Like he
know
doesn't
about
want
Eugene.
Eugene to die.
Maybe that's
know.
just why he shuts him down, because he knows Eugene's got a big mouth and says dumb shit. That's why Rick was just like, whatever he was said.
I know you.
We know about you.
Yeah.
I
You
know
just
who
shut
you
your mouth.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's basically just shutting him down so he didn't speak. I don't know.
Yeah.
But Gavin, I think he's definitely gonna switch sides because I think he's a good guy. He's a
Yeah.
good one.
Gavin. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see him definitely switching sides. He even says, I think, whoa, can we just talk about this for a
Oh
second?
yeah, he's like, can we take a timeout?
Yeah, can we take a timeout? Yeah. All right. From there, Daryl leads all of the dead into the sanctuary with more explosions, and Rick's crew retreats before all the walkers can get in. But Rick is a little distracted, trying to kill Negan because he's got Negan pinned down behind some
He
shrapnel.
was so ready for it. That's what he wanted.
Oh, I wanted
Whether
it
he
too.
realized it or not, subconsciously, like he was out to get revenge
That's
on
why
that
he's
day.
there.
Because that's why he told Carl, "This ends it. Today is the last day," or
Right.
whatever he says.
But that's gonna turn into something different, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
we said, Rick's gonna. Yeah.
And then Father Gabriel
That's
proven himself yet again that he is
Just
on
an idiot.
board.
so
That's-
much for that point.
No.
He's
I
proven himself
love
that he is
Father
just
Gabriel.
an idiot.
And
He is
didn't-
not an idiot.
He didn't even pack his shit in pants.
On Talking Dead, Chris Hardwick had a thing of, like, it was like a diaper bag and it said shit in pants, and he gave it to to
In my-
Seth Gillum, I think his name
In
is.
my notes, I think I have somewhere that he should have worn his brown pants,
His brown
which is a
pants.
Deadpool quote.
There you go, brown pants.
Yes.
But yeah,
So they couldn't tell when he shit his pants.
Yeah.
and it's so
was
crazy
dark in there
because I
anyway.
remember the sneak peek that they gave us either like earlier.
This
in,
one right here that we're playing right now.
The only sneak peek was this part, was him going this,
Yeah.
and it was the shit in pants, and I completely forgot about it. So that's when I jumped up. I'm like, oh, I forgot about this part, because once Gregory left in the car and you see all the walkers swarming in, I was like, oh. Crap.
I wasn't
Gabriel
scared,
is
though.
dead. He is dead. And when they cut to the commercial, because I still forgot about the shit in pants part, I was crying because I thought Gabriel was dead. I was like, of course, that's going to be the character that they kill, for the
No.
first episode.
No.
No,
But-
nobody died in the first episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I still liked it. And I was like, if they don't kill at least 3 people, I'm
You did
shutting
say
it
that
off.
right before.
See, I really thought that they would. I really,
Yeah.
really, really thought, because even with an interview with Andrew Leakin, he's like, make sure you have all of your friends and family close by and hug them while
Of
you
course.
watch this premiere.
I really thought
episode.
this guy was dead. Aaron's boyfriend. I don't know his
Yeah.
name. I probably forget his name.
Um,
But I really thought he was dead. I was like, that guy's dead. Like, he's there, he's dead. If he would have stayed back, he'd been fine. But I was like,
Didn't
oh, he's
die.
in. Right.
That's another thing that I really liked, is when everyone's grouped up and they're, about to head out, and they kind of walk through and you see all these connections between the different groups. And Joey, gives,
where each little one was
gives
kinda
Eden
helping one
his
and-
like armband for
Yeah.
her sternum.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Just put it
That was
on,
nice.
okay?
Yeah, he's like, dude.
Gosh.
Dude.
You gotta protect
So,
yourself.
it's so great.
Yeah, it was cool. Like to just
Seeing
seeing
the
them all
connection.
work together. They knew they could trust
Mhm.
each other. There wasn't any of that.
Yeah.
But then you got the, what about the garbage pail kids?
Everybody loves them.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like, everybody, because what's her face, that plays that lady, I can't even remember her name. Shoot.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Why would I know her name?
Gosh, I,
I
don't
don't know.
remember her name.
I can't remember her name either. But
The one that wants to lay
with the
with
crowd,
Rick
because
after.
she was on Talking Dead, and the crowd went nuts. And even, like, Chris Hardwick was like, everybody loves the dumpster gang. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know why. Why
Do
do
you-
you guys? Why?
I think that you base most of your information off of Talking Dead. You should read any of the forum pages and stuff because most people don't like them.
Really?
It's a famous person. She walked out on stage. We're all gonna
Well,
scream
no,
and hoot
because
and holler.
even
Like they all
Chris,
screamed for the B team when they walked out.
Well, no, like even Chris
Who's the
Hardwick,
B
he said
team?
that everybody tweets
right at
and
the beginning
like,
of Talking
likes
Dead,
them.
he's like, "Welcome, blah 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 blah." Like all the random side characters from Walking Dead, they all came on. Everybody cheered and hoot and hollered.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, they'll just bring the B team on first, you know, the warm up act here."
That's what you do, I guess.
But yeah, I don't know. I think, especially with the Negan thing, you were saying earlier that you think people really like
Everybody
Negan.
that I've talked to really likes him. Everybody
should-
that I've seen like
You should-
post and tweet and Instagram all love him.
You
Like
should read the Walking Dead fan page stuff on Facebook.
Do you know why
'cause
I
there's a
hate
lot
him?
I feel like there's a lot of hate.
Do you know why I hate him? Because he's such a good actor and he does a good job of being that character, and I just can't stand him. And
I
hate,
really-
See, I hate to
I
love
hate-
him.
No, it's like when you watch
That's
a
what's
horror
my thing.
movie and there's a character in it that you are supposed to hate, that you want to see die. What happens to that character at the end? Normally he dies.
Yeah.
You know.
I
just
absolutely
want to
love his
see him
character,
die.
and if he dies,
I
it's gonna
can't
be hard
wait
for me
to
to watch
see
the show anymore.
One of his eyes hanging out and him going, "Please, I'm just a PE teacher." I want to see that, Tony.
I don't.
Oh,
wanna
and
see
that's
it.
another thing is Gimple, or maybe it was Kirkman, had guaranteed like you were going to see Negan's backstory this season.
Yeah.
For sure,
I
for
don't
sure.
even care really.
I
Do you?
care.
Tony, do you care about
I
his
care
backstory?
only
No.
for the sake of getting like little
I
clips,
just
like little.
I mean, the only
I don't
reason I would care
you
for his
know,
backstory is just because
backflashes,
that would be a
flashbacks.
Negan-heavy episode, and
I
I'd be
think
totally cool
the
with
only
that.
reason
Well, they also said there's not going to be any bottle episodes.
Any
there's
what?
nothing in the
There are
backstory.
not going to be any bottle episodes
What's a bottle episode?
where they just focus on one character.
Yeah.
Well, how do you show his backstory without doing a bottle episode?
I'm just quoting what they said, like that I
They
like
say a lot of
legit
things that
watched
they
them
aren't
say.
truthful about.
I just don't think that anything from Negan's backstory can make me feel sympathetic for him.
No, I mean,
Nothing.
no, I don't think you need to. I don't think you need
They
to
did it
feel
with the
sympathetic.
they did it
for
with the
him.
governor, and I still said kill him. I want to see him die. You know, there's nothing in that guy's backstory.
I
that-
actually liked the
He's probably
governor
just
backstory stuff.
always been like that.
I liked the governor when he left the whatever town.
When he had a different name and an
Yeah.
eye patch. What was his name?
yeah, and he was
Philip.
One-eyed
it Philip?
Willy.
Is that
Philip,
what it was?
that's it.
yeah. I actually liked all that, and they got me. Then I was like, I thought that he was a different man. They got me until he killed that dude on top of that thing. I was like, maybe not.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
And he's like standing on top of that trailer with that guy.
I think he was a different man, but he was just doing it in the same governor way. I think he really was trying to keep everybody safe, and he truly thought that that one person was not able, because he was up there getting
He was
wasted,
just a
playing
psychopath.
golf.
Negan,
You know what I mean?
Negan is
But-
just a bully.
yeah.
And it's in a world where you have to kill people to survive. Like you're gonna be you, part of it is killing people.
Yeah.
Right.
And if he's a bully, you have to upgrade to murder to continue to be the biggest bully.
You have to have some.
So it just
Yeah.
becomes normal.
Yeah.
So I don't think that he's like a psychopath, kind of like the
Do you
governor.
think
No,
he-
I think he's just one of them people that you just hate because he's a bully.
Yeah, he's just
And
a
I think
bully.
he's always been
He's
that
a bully
way.
and he rules with fear.
Yeah.
And it's worked for him, and
Right.
he'll
He's
just
probably
continue
got
to
a
do it.
tiny dick. So
Well,
Who cares?
according, to what he said in the episode.
yeah, but that's people
true.
with tiny dicks say they got big ones, Rebecca.
Oh, really?
Apparently.
Um,
Wait, did I say that backwards?
yeah. So anyway, after the whole
I'll
Gregory
show you later, Tony. if you don't
double
believe.
crossing Gabriel thing, Carl returns to the gas station and leaves some canned food with a little sorry note to his dude from earlier.
Where do you think Gregory's gonna go?
Gregory to hell.
Do you think he's gonna go try? Do you think he'll try to go back to the hilltop?
He's got
I
nowhere to go.
I think that
think he
he's
has to go back
dumb
to the
enough
other way.
to.
Okay,
right.
what?
But then if he is like I can't go back there, because he's a smart guy, but I think he would think that he could talk his way out of it. But even if he doesn't go back to the hilltop, he's driving in a direction where everybody, like, they're all spread out. They're setting up their next plan, their next battle. So
Right.
what happens if he comes across them? He's there with no Gabriel. They know Gabriel went back for him. Like,
Well, they don't know Gabriel went back for him. Like they didn't see him. They don't.
They don't know he's gone
Oh, I
yet.
guess they
Yeah.
didn't.
They
Yeah,
don't
they
re-
do. They do.
They do?
Yeah, because
No, they
Rick's
know he's
like,
back. They're waiting
Rick's
for him.
like, we can't wait any longer.
Oh, I
Right.
see.
Yeah, they're waiting for Gabriel.
So my question earlier was, when we were talking about them being in there, the shit and pants bit. Like, what do you think's happening next? Like, how do you think they're getting out of
He's
that?
gonna use him as a pawn.
But how do you think he's getting out of that situation with all them zombies?
Negan's gonna know that everybody on the inside, his army's gonna take care of all the zombies that are outside, all of his workers, and they
Yeah,
just have
they
to
got
go
all-
in there, and he has to plan what he's gonna do with Gabriel.
But yeah, how's he communicating with them in that though?
He
I
just
think
knows that
he
they're
can-
on it.
Yeah, I think they'll just do it.
Man, that's
Or
weak.
he has a walkie-talkie. He always has a walkie-talkie on him.
Those are handy.
Very handy. Yeah. I think that. Yeah, I think that'll all be. I don't think that's going to be a huge issue of him being stuck in there.
Because
for
in
too
the
awful long.
in the preview for next week, they weren't in it, and everybody was cool, and Negan looked strong and bad again. Like, it's like, what in the heck?
Yeah.
Maybe Gregory
Maybe Gavin
comes back and lets him out.
saves Gabriel.
Yeah, but Gabriel
That's
still
his
isn't
way
Gabriel.
that Gavin
Oh,
is
maybe.
able to leave and then be accepted into.
Maybe.
And then there's
But
Hilltop.
Rick-
you know,
Rick
the
was
king
ready
always
to
saying he's
accept
been nice
them,
to us.
though, wasn't he? Rick was ready to let them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Give up.
Mm-hmm.
But
They
there
might have
still
been-
is King Ezekiel that could vouch for him and be like, he's been pretty nice when we had to deal with
And Morgan.
giving him half our stuff. Yeah,
and
yeah,
Morgan.
and Morgan.
Um,
But
Yeah, running from that, Morgan and Tara are planning an assault on a Savior outpost. Ezekiel's team goes to an abandoned medical facility.
which is where one of the posts were, the lookouts. They had already killed a guy there.
Is that the bit when they came and the guy like ducks behind the car?
Yes.
They were already there at that urgent care place. That was one of the lookouts. So that kind of confused me a little bit.
I think this is a different
Because it was
facility.
it's the same. It was the same exact sign, so I was a little confused.
I didn't
Sorry,
catch that.
I didn't
catch
it.
Maybe.
Because
Becca catches
he throws
details.
it is. I know for a fact now. I know for 100% because when they killed the first lookout, they led into the scene with the guy looking at that door with all the trapped zombies shaken, and in the sneak peek he
and-
throws the grenade and lets them all out.
It's at the end of the episode. It wasn't a sneak peek.
I watched a sneak peek on Talking Dead.
At this during right in that episode, dude throws a grenade and explodes, and then you hear all the zombies.
Yeah, and it was
like,
just smoke.
It was just smoke.
Yeah.
But
They
Oh
never
yeah,
showed
then the
what
sneak
happened, did
peek
they?
was the sneak peek was after that
the
happened.
smoke
then.
fading.
Because Carol's on the ground hurt. Well,
Yeah.
she looks like she's hurt, and you can really barely see anything to.
Looked more like a
Fight,
smoke
but-
bomb than a grenade. I mean, just blew up a bit of dust.
No, it blew up and let out the zombies that were trapped in
Oh,
there.
is that what happened?
The walkers, yeah.
Oh, hey. Why did I miss? How did I not?
How did you
catch
just
that?
not miss us talking about it?
I was watching you on the screen there.
Looks like they made themselves a moat.
Sorry, we're just playing the sneak peek for next week. But since we're talking about it,
Guess we
Yeah.
shouldn't
But,
be surprised. Considering
Now I'm watching the sneak.
now
peek
you're watching the
for
sneak
We
next
can
peek.
do this.
But yeah,
Yeah. That's what I was considering.
after the grenade goes off, it basically
wasn't
cut
here
to
before.
commercial, and it comes back with the whole shit and pants
Just
scene.
need a clear shot,
Um,
right, Diane?
But the ending final
60
moments of the episode are like
So we
a
just
collection
need
of
to tell them,
scenes,
right?
with Rick
see
and
us.
his future stuff,
They fire a
and
gun.
his
You're
is
not
he
getting
sick
in.
and dying or not thing. The final one of those things is him standing in front of a stained glass reciting the Quran, the my mercy prevails over my wrath.
But he is outside still. So I'm curious on where he's at. Like,
Right.
it looked like that was just hanging from a tree.
So you think?
But it also looked kind of familiar. I don't know.
Which-
There was something about it.
which
that,
bit?
What if it's in the kingdom?
That would be crazy.
Right?
It could be. I feel like we have seen it before. That
I kind of felt the
window.
same way.
Yeah.
Felt the same way.
Maybe it's the church that Gabriel was.
Maybe it's the ocean side because all their stuff
I
was
forgot
like
about them.
outside and
Oh,
everything.
Rebecca, I forgot about them because they're gonna need their help at some point, aren't
They
they?
already have
They're
their help.
coming, yeah.
Are
Like
they coming? Gosh,
they got
get
their
on with it.
guns,
That-
and then those ladies were like, "We are gonna fight the saviors." It's
The-
just grandma.
The
doesn't
woman
want
in
to.
the woman in the sneak peek, wasn't it the woman?
Oh
from
gosh,
the one we were just playing.
it's been a while.
It's one of the women's from the
Let's play it again. I wanna.
from the thing.
I might have missed
Play
that.
it again. So does it show that bit you're talking about?
Huh? In this, there's a woman.
We know where that bit there is. We've seen that place before.
here in just a second.
Looks like
Her,
they made
isn't she from
themselves a
Oceanside?
Oh, she
No,
looks.
she's from the Kingdom.
Oh,
She
She's
is?
the
Wouldn't be
girl with the
surprised.
bow.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Considering.
You're right.
She's always right.
But also final scene, Rick jumping out of the back of the truck from the speech that he gave earlier, saying, "I don't want to wait for it anymore. You don't either," which is basically, I
Let's
think,
do
a
it
line
now.
straight to the audience saying,
Yeah.
no more.
But wasn't there
messing
some
around.
dialogue
We're doing
about
some
that
stuff
where
right
he
now.
says if we wait and we think we just need to act now and do it? Like there was something like that. But yeah, definitely that's a nod at the audience going, "Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We know you don't want to wait anymore."
Right. So let's just hope that holds true, I guess.
Yeah. With what? Killing Negan?
No, just actually
the
doing
war?
something. I don't really care. Like this episode, I was like, I don't care if Negan dies or lives. Like that doesn't bother me. I just like that in this episode, the story was progressing forward more so than last season. It felt like they were setting all
Bouncing
the puzzle
around a
pieces
lot.
together though. Like I
Yeah.
mean, everything was coming together, but it was just like so slowly.
But they could have
coming
only
together.
done it the way they did it after the break, because if they'd have jumped that far ahead in just a regular episode, it would have been like we've been bitching about Game of Thrones, like the timeline. It's just like, oh, how can they do that? Even though it's the show is continuing on, but with the time in between it just feels like.
Yeah, I don't know.
more
I feel like they
realistic.
probably could have went to war. I feel like they could have. They just wasted so many episodes. Like
It's because of Negan. They were just cashing in on him. I mean, I don't know.
they weren't even cashing out. If you look at how many episodes Negan's actually
Yeah,
in out
that's
of last
true.
season, it's probably like less than half of the episodes.
That's true. And a lot of
one
them
episode
you
just has
don't-
his voice in it.
But a lot of them you don't really remember. Really,
Right, that's
thinking
because
back
because
on
they're
it.
all just like filler episodes. Nothing really happens. It just feels
Right.
like the whole Oceanside episode. It was like important to like the plot in the end.
Just to show.
But they
who-
could have
that-
like cut that in half. Like they could have condensed that story down.
yeah,
and
just
made it
chopped it up
smaller.
in mixed it in with other stuff.
Right.
But like going back to what like Dan said, it definitely was. It feels like the whole season was just stepping stones and then putting the puzzle pieces together for this season. Kind
Right.
of like what now I think season 2 was for season 3.
Season 2 was
They
just the
kind
writer's
of-
strike and them not having any writers. So like, let's just sit at a farm all season because we
Oh.
have nobody to tell us otherwise.
I'd
Yeah.
have helped write for free. You hear that, Greg? He's probably not watching.
He's totally watching. What are you talking
He was
about?
watching, but he couldn't hear us, so he
Yeah,
stopped
they-
watching.
He's like, these guys are hacks. They don't even have audio. What are we supposed to do? Read lips? They don't even have captions. This is awful.
And they couldn't even read our lips because they're behind
Because
a
we look
mic.
like this.
Yeah. Yeah. So okay, that's the end of the episode.
Hey, that's the end.
I mean,
Again, that's the end again.
that's the end again. The end of the actual episode. Any thoughts? Any points in your notes that you wanted to touch on that we didn't touch on?
Well, since I closed my computer, no, but I know for a fact there is, but I just don't remember
Open
off the
that-
top of my
open it back
head.
up.
I'd have to log back in. When I shut my screen, I have to log back in.
Can't. Anything for you, Dan?
Oh, boy, I
any
don't
talking
know.
points?
I just,
anything you think is going to happen next week?
I think that they're not going to kill Negan next week. I think they're. I don't know. Next week's
But
preview
somebody's
looked a
gonna
little
die
slow.
probably.
Somebody needs to die, but I know I make it sound like I just want to see people die. I only like to see people die when they need to, if that makes any sense. To
I
you
just
whatsoever.
want to see good
like it.
writing.
I like this one. This was good.
I think it was okay.
This was very well put. Just the plan. That
I think
they
the plan
had
was cool
was
and it was well put
extremely well
together,
written.
but I just have I just don't know why they didn't shoot him.
I just don't know why they didn't do it a
They
long
have
time ago. Like as
something
easy as it
planned
was
then.
for them just to take out a few, snipers. It's like they made it sound like before Negan's everywhere.
Well, that's another thing too.
He's not. That's what they're showing is that Negan's not as tough as
They
he
like
says he
sniped
is.
those dudes off the roof
Right.
before they pulled in.
Yeah.
So they had snipers posted. Why didn't they just
Right.
shoot Negan in the face?
Right. Gregory is the one I kept yelling about. Like when he started talking, I wanted to see just go, poof, and then just that, and then the shooting starts.
Yeah.
That would have been
Yeah.
kick ass. That would have been a good way to get rid of that stupid ass. But then he wouldn't have been able to screw over.
But
Gabriel,
they've done so much planning
Yeah.
that they probably know it is better not to kill him right now. They have something that they feel more confident in winning.
They just
You know
can't
what
kill
I
him because
mean?
it's the first episode of the season.
Well, let's go into like if we're in the world and not
Let's
like
not.
writing ways.
Pretend this was real, Tony. Put yourself in it.
Put yourself in their shoes.
If it was real,
I'm just saying, I feel like they could have done the same story of like not killing him and, you know, all the stuff that he did, but they could have figured out like a reason to not be able to shoot them clearly. They could have been like, they could have come out holding human shields.
but they didn't even have guns.
Yeah, they didn't have guns. That's what I'm saying. They didn't have anything.
They had nothing.
But it was just, I know it was like Negan's like, you know,
but
he
Negan,
feels like he's
he
bigger
thought
than everything
but he
else,
thought
so he
had
could
his,
come out there, you know,
he thought he had
throwing
his
his weight around.
snipers and that up there, and you know, we only seen 2 get shot, but
He
there
also
could have
thought
been
he
20 of
had
them.
backup coming right away too.
True.
Oh, for sure.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, it took a minute
don't even know
for
what's
everything to hit the
coming.
fan because he thought, you know, he had his guys right on the way, and you know, they all blew up, which was pretty cool.
They should just kill him.
Even though it took Morgan far too long to get that walker.
Yeah, because he just walks down the stairs.
Right.
Like, I'll get him. And he was just right there, man. You have to run down the road after him. How
Right.
fast that zombie going? I mean, sorry, Walker.
They used to run
But it
back
wasn't. It
in
was just going-
season 2.
it was just
if you
and then,
Right, but you know, I mean, they're all decayed. The muscles aren't working very much.
I like yeah.
They're
that
like
works.
years ahead. They
was-
should all be gone by
that
now
was
anyway.
the only thing that was really kind of dumb in it. Was that bit, like Morgan trying to get this zombie.
Because
It's
it cut away from it to something else, and then it cuts back, and they're like all the way down the street. You're like, how did you let it get that far?
yeah, what the heck, Morgan? Come on,
funny.
man.
Yeah, you should watch the Walking Dead with. You guys need to watch it together because I've watched it with both of you. She just cries the whole time,
Yeah,
and
you and I-
and you just yell at the TV the
Next
whole
week,
time.
come
See,
over.
it depends. Like, I usually cry, but it's either like if I'm sad or I'm really, really happy. Like, I
But
cry.
I watched the season premiere of last season with you.
I just cried.
So
Well,
because it
here's
was
the
a
thing.
major, it was a very emotional episode.
I wish I was there for
But
that.
plus, you guys were there, and I was a little more self-conscious. Like when I'm by myself, I'm
I
like
got a video of
you.
that.
Wait a minute, didn't you film some
Like,
reaction stuff from
I did.
yesterday?
I put them on my drive, but I don't think Tony. I don't think
You didn't give me a
Tony.
link.
You should. Here's what you should do.
I just figured that you
should-
already knew how to get into
What's
it.
your
since you
Instagram?
Get into it.
suggested.
You gotta give it.
Put them on your
Instagram.
Instagram
Oh.
tomorrow, and
Yeah.
Because I even took the liberty of cutting them down to the actual like reactions of me, not just like
Yeah.
when
Throw
I'm
them on your
like
Instagram.
watching on it.
yeah, I want to see them.
Yeah. Do you guys want to see it on my Instagram?
I could use a good
Comment
laugh.
below.
Hey, why don't you tell them where your Instagram's
Yeah,
at?
where's your Instagram?
Geeky LARP chick 89.
Nice. That's good. Good.
89.
Dan, where can they find you at?
They can find me at I won't screw it up. hmmfilms.com.
Nice. You can follow us at Rad Entertain on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You can check out all of our other projects we have going on. Garage House Studios on Facebook. Midwest Horror Fest, which just happened this past weekend. I got myself a sweet shirt while I was there
Yeah.
from a movie
Made
called
me
Made
do
Me
it.
Do It.
I
Kick
got
ass.
a sweet
One hour-
tattoo from it.
Oh, yeah, I got a sweet tattoo too.
I got a
I
sweet
can't
tattoo.
show you
It's
though.
right here.
It's
I got
on my
one.
hip.
But yeah, lots of fun stuff. If you are a filmmaker and you want to submit, if you have an action, comedy, or adventure movie, you can submit it to MidwestActionFest.com.
MidwestHorrorFest.com is taking discounted features, $10 features, $5 short films right now.
Yeah.
That's cheap.
Yeah, so follow all of our things over there. You can follow myself at TonyWalters_, and we will catch you guys next week right here on Spoiling Dead. I almost said Spoiling Thrones. That was pretty close.
Almost.
Pretty close. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.